2, 3, and... Gonna get a little bit more piano. Hey!
I'm Desiree. I was born and raised in Chicago, and I am now living in Seattle, Washington. Before becoming a part of the GMG band, I was committed to my career as an organizer. After 10 years of political organizing across the country, I knew there was something greater. Building unions and empowering people to fight for change made me realize that I needed to fight for change in my own life. I met a worker in Kansas City who had worked her job for over 30 years without health insurance, without ever having a raise, below poverty wages. The day of the vote for the union, she wept because for the first time she could feel what hope felt like. The day after the election, of course we won, but she put in for her retirement. I realized in that moment that it was time for change in my own life. I had an idea of what to do, but I was scared to walk away from my career. And then in 2012, I was invited to accompany the international youth attending the youth gathering in New Orleans. It opened me up to the true omnipresence of God. Suddenly I was worshiping with people who didn't look like me, who didn't worship like me, who didn't think like me. And I was excited about it. On the final day, during our Mass, we all said the Our Father in our own language and concluded with a big Amen. It showed me how magnificent God is and how He can even transcend even language differences. I knew that it was necessary for me to do the will of God. Not soon after, I looked up seminary programs and found a pastoral counseling program at Seattle University. And here I am. I've just completed my first year of seminary, and I am living all the promises of God's Word.
Hi, my name is Peter Mack. I'm from Chicago, and I work as a music director and worship leader at St. Andrew's Lutheran Church in West Chicago, and I'm extremely blessed to be a part of the Glocal and Global Missions group of musicians.
Hola chicos y chicas, mi nombre es Omar Mixco and I'm from Honduras. In Honduras, I played mostly American music. I played rock music, alternative, pop, and big churches, carnivals, festivals, or bars, and participated in the Pepsi Battle of the Bands, where I won the opportunity to record 2 CDs and a music video. It's interesting to me that in Central America, I was playing American rock and pop music. It's easy for a big country with power to send culture to small countries like mine. It's like food. No matter where you are, you can get French fries or visit a McDonald's. American culture can take space easily in small countries. The same is true for the market. My mother's family used to sell coffee in France and Canada. After the coup, their farm had to close. To move your produce, you need connections, and my mother's family lost theirs. It's very hard to penetrate the USA market if you are not part of the monopoly. My background is an Assembly of God with a strong focus on prosperity gospel. A few years ago, I began to wonder why the Pentecostal church wasn't focusing on social justice and walking with the neighbor. When I encountered Lutherans focusing on social justice in my country, I got my attention. To be part of a voice that can speak out became important to me. In the United States, I'm playing my Latin music. Now I'm rediscovering music from my roots, acoustic stuff and rhythms that come from my Caribbean blood.
Hi, I'm Maestro, also known as KC Frazier. I'm originally from Chicago, Illinois, but now living in Atlanta. I'm what you call a vocalinist, which is someone who sings and plays the violin interchangeably, sometimes at the same time. I currently teach voice and violin in Atlanta, and also I'm the men's chorus director of the Atonement Lutheran Church in Atlanta.
Hi, I'm Brittany Betts. I'm originally from Newark, Delaware, currently living in Memphis, Tennessee. I'm a musician struggling with the rest of everybody. Happy to be a part of these events where we get to figure out how to live together and unite people in the body of Christ through music and conversation.
Hello, my name is Mark Ableson, and I'm pianist with the Glocal band. Being a part of this group and learning and singing and playing global music has really shaped my ministry as a church musician. When I was in college studying classical music, I was pretty adamant about never working in a church. I needed a job and there was an opening at a small church in South Minneapolis, and I just planned to apply and do the job and not get emotionally connected to it at all, but that didn't last very long. I soon met Pastor Jose Antonio Machado. Through him and also the pastor of my congregation that I was able to re-enter into a faith life and into the church. Teaching me with global music and about global music and the importance of it showed me a new side of faith and the value of singing these global songs, especially in predominantly white congregations.
Malo Elele, my name is Aisea Taimani, and I hail from the Kingdom of Tonga. Well, born and raised in the Bay Area in California, where my father is a pastor at the First Tongan Assemblies of God. So born and raised, actually, very unfamiliar to the Lutheran conversation. 3 years ago, I was invited to be a part of a church in Bend, Oregon called Nativity Lutheran Church, where I was first introduced to the Lutheran denomination. A few months after that, I was invited to be a part of the musicians for these global mission gatherings that's been like a second family to me. We all come from different parts of the country. We all come from different cultures. We come with different privileges, different powers, different experiences with this gathering. So it's been such a remarkable learning experience to be able to meet in just a couple hours to rehearse and then to create beauty out of so much messiness, this beautiful collision. Accompaniment for me has really been about being quick to listen and slow to speak, and the way in which we engage in each other, not just as musicians, but as folks from different cultures, folks from different upbringings, folks from different languages, folks from all kinds of beautiful differences. How do we walk alongside and share those differences with each other? It's probably one of the most challenging thing I've ever faced, but it's been also the most beautiful.
I'm Sara Trumm. I'm originally from Minnesota, and now I live and work at Lutheran School of Theology in Chicago. I do interfaith programming there at a Center of Christian-Muslim Engagement for Peace and Justice.
I'm Steve Brenner. I hail originally from South Indiana. I'm a transplant up here. I live in West Chicago. I am a father, grandfather, husband, mural painter, tradesman, and I feel privileged to be playing here with these guys, doing music, some vocals, and some harmonica.
Hello, my name is Mikyoung Park. I came from South Korea 13 years ago. I learned to play the piano at 5 and entered a music conservatory when I was 11. Later, I studied in voice and opera at Seoul National University and came to the United States to get a doctorate. I have many degrees in classical music such as voice pedagogy, choral conducting. But I knew nothing about the global music until the global mission event in Fargo in 2005. When I saw the stage musicians singing in totally different languages, I thought I should be there. Joining the musician apprentices program was a turning point for me. I had never worked with so many people of color, and I did not know much about the countries where the music came from. I really had to ask help from other people to learn this music. Now I organize the band's music and train others. I didn't expect or plan to do this work, but I know how to teach. God is using all my specialties. My classical training tells me the music should be performed a certain way. This approach doesn't work in global music. All of us bring our talents and expertise to the band, and we have to put them together and balance them in a very short time. My experience as a GMG musician has given me the strength to found a music academy at the Redeemer Lutheran Church in North Minneapolis. I want to structure the academy so that besides offering high-quality music lessons, it helps the students learn to accompany others. White privilege is popular in Korea. Korean people really like white people, but they don't trust people of color with the same qualifications. In the States, I have made relationships with African American as musicians and roommates. Redeemer Lutheran Church, where I am working, is mainly an African American church, and I work with people from many different ethnic backgrounds through the Glocal mission gatherings. Looking back at my life in the States, I wonder, did it just happen, or was something else at work?
My name is Jose Antonio Machado, and I love my name. I was born in Ponce, Puerto Rico. I'm a percussionist. I learned about percussion as a little boy. I also play accordion, I sing, I dance. Music is a part of me. And another part of me has me in Minnetonka, Minnesota as a pastor. I'm an ordained pastor of the church, graduate of Lutheran Seminary. But more than anything, I love the community that is always expressed through music. And I'm grateful to be part of this Glocal gathering and hope the musicians out there will consider being part of it too. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Tracy Apps, and I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I feel like my demographic is passionate about a lot of things, but if we're not fully welcome or included, it's hard for us to connect to it. A lot of my peers are very disconnected from the church and have left. Leading workshops and doing video for the Glocal mission gatherings, I have seen a place that promotes inclusivity and really working together with people that our culture trains us to think of as the other. It really mends a lot of hurt that has happened in many people's lives. It's a powerful open table that has kept me here. Sharing my story and listening to others helps me see things a little differently. Like the parable of the lost sheep that we use in our workshop. I had always heard the tale with the emphasis on the one, or finding that one, and bringing that one back. Hearing it again with the emphasis on the 99 and realizing that we're not complete without that one, and that we're hurting because the one has wandered off. It also has made me wonder, what did we do as the 99 that has pushed away the one and made the one wander?